Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kenos, and we are here tonight with Gym Class Feeders. I hope you all are as excited as I am. Joining me for these games is Zilla. How's it going, Zilla?
I'm doing great. I'm feeling good, and I'm excited for my second casting of the Gym Class Feeders.
And we have Sladen jumping into chat now. What's up, Sladen?
Hello.
Being a little quiet there. We'll turn his volume
Oh,
up to
yeah.
mix and match on there, and we'll get that sorted out. We have a wild, as always, set of teams here. Looking at the lineups, it seems they've kind of swapped around on us already. Such is the way of being a caster. But looking at these teams, Slayton and Zilla, I'll start with you, Zilla. Which team are you most excited to look at first today?
I'd have to say, Team 2, rival team. I actually haven't seen Stilinski Hale play. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to do on the Gym Class Feeders.
All right, and how about you, Slayton?
I'm excited to watch local play. I always like watching Menards and Peach play. They're really exciting players in their roles.
Well, I mean, I think all of our players are very exciting in
Oh,
their roles.
yes.
Do, of course, because it is Gym Class Feeders, we do have some players playing a little bit off roles, assuming, of course, that they're not lying to us in their current positions. We have Alonz as ADC, for example, and other mysteries that will progress as the sets go on. But so what sort of pick bans do you think we're going to see in this first game here, Slade?
I'm expecting rivals to probably target Menards, I'd say, because his champ pool is pretty big and pretty dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, would that mean then that assuming Peach is still playing the support position, then they're going to leave Peach active, which of course is equally dangerous.
Yes.
And how about you, Zilla? How do you think bans are going to go?
As Slid just said right there, I'm assuming that Menards is going to be targeted here. We've seen countless times again. If you people watching the stream right now have tuned into the GMA LCUS, we've seen Menards single-handedly duel it out with the MVP of the league. So I think they're going to have to just say, scratch Peach. He's not going to be that important. We just need to target Menards and take out his Olaf, his Kane, his Viego, his I think
When
I'm not sure who else, but those are the main three. But we've just seen countless times again that he can just perform on any champ he's given in the jungle.
Yeah, maybe they'll just ban out every jungler. Let's get some get some craziness. Let's get a I don't know, brand jungle or something.
Yuumi jungle. I want to see a Yuumi jungle.
All right, we are heading into it. I apologize, everyone, for the lack of transitions. OBS update broke everything. But here we are. So first ban's coming out. We do have the Lucian being banned. It is entirely possible that these players are out of order. Saw them saying it was too much work to be in order. So it'll be a great mystery for all of us. Play along at home, guessing what roles people are playing on. But like you said, Kane banned first there. Do you think it will just be Kane, Viego, and Nunu? Just one, two, three?
I think Kane, Viego, Olaf. I think.
Okay.
Are my guesses. If I do get this, I should buy a lottery ticket. No?
And we notice ADC focus here. Slade, are you surprised by that?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who's playing ADC for rivals.
I don't think anyone knows who's playing ADC in any position. I'm going to pretend it's Alonz, because I'm going to pretend as a caster that they were nice to me and put these players in order. So let's pretend Alonz is ADC and Spiffy is ADC.
Well, I've never seen Spiffy play, so he must be pretty good if
Yeah.
they're targeting.
I was going to say, with all these bans, man, maybe Spiffy is who we got to look out for in the ADC slot next split. Man, three ADC bans versus, I assume, 3 jungle bans. Gonna be rough that local team gets first pick, though, especially with Menards on the table. You think they'll lock a jungle in first here, Slade?
Mm, I wouldn't say so. Uh,
You think his pool's deep enough? They're gonna let the
yeah,
5-man ban happen?
yeah, I think so.
What about you, Zell? You think maybe rival team will grab an ADC because of the ADC focus?
Oh,
Well,
oh,
I
I was
mean,
wrong.
right there, Olaf is in, and Olaf can't really be countered. I mean, he has an ult that goes through anything, and that's really hard to counter. And we've seen Menards just perform on that champ in the finals of the GMA. So I think it's one thing you got to be scared of. You just don't have enough bans to ban Gwen, Viego, Kane, Olaf, all those.
I'd like to give a big shout out to my internet, which of course is deciding to act up now, but here we are. So we do have Lulu picked up. Lulu is somewhat of a flexible champion. And looks like the Lee Sin, who's less flexible. Unless there's some Lee Sin mid or top strategy I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Lee Sin laning anymore. I know they gutted it a little bit, so I do hope that's also in the jungle though, because Lee Sin was always just a mesmerizing champ to play, or not to play, but to see happen. The insects, they're so meticulous. So I'm really excited to see if it's going in the jungle or mid or top, just in general, seeing it out and played. It'll be fun.
And we do have the Yumi and Jinx picked up. Haven't seen Yumi that much as we might expect with Peach, because Peach has been so dominating in other positions as other characters. Are you excited or surprised, I guess, to see the Yumi slate?
Oh yeah, because it's more of a, you know, like you're not really looking for something because you're just sitting on a champion, right? You're being controlled by someone else most of the time. So,
but we definitely have a lot of instant replay champions currently so far with the Zoe and the Lee Sin on rival team. Hopefully the stream quality improves so people can actually see those blink and you miss it great plays. And now the I was gonna say top lane bans coming out, but we've seen Ravane do silly things with Ribbon before.
I'm also surprised though that they picked Yumi for Peach. We see the Morgana up, and we know how notorious the Morgana is for Peach. So, very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, but when you've got a champ pool that's as diverse as Peach's is, maybe you want to play something different, just playing for fun.
Fair.
Lock in the Yumi, give everybody a show. Depending on
it's Yumi though.
a show in quotes.
Olaf top, Yumi jungle.
I mean, I called it Yumi jungle. I wanted to see a Yumi jungle.
Yumi jungle.
I mean, if Menards is as good as everyone says he is, why not? But yeah, very diverse, balanced team here from local team. I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah, these teams are very diverse. I'll tell you that. You got Olaf, Yumi, Jinx, Viper, Lux, and then you got a Lulu, Lee Sin, Zoe, Kaisa. I'm actually excited to see how both teams are going to perform.
I'm expecting like an Ornn or something top here.
Fiora.
Okay, can't say I like that.
Yeah, they need frontline.
Yeah,
They have no
who's their
frontline.
front line here? Tank Sin. So we're
Yep, take some.
Tanks in.
Lulu tank. Let's go. As good as Lulu's ult is, she's not a substitute for an actual tank.
But maybe this Fiora can do enough true damage to the point where she does. Doesn't need that tank, but can just dish out enough damage,
Right, and I mean, there's definitely champions on rival team's side that if they get ahead enough, there is no stopping them, right? So that's, because I mean, if you get a Lee Sin super fed, you get a Fiora. We've seen super fed Fioras tear apart GMA before.
Yeah. Ooh. Scary sight.
Indeed. All right, so that's a little bit about some of the potential that rival team has. Slayton, what are your thoughts on local team?
I really like the top and jungle synergy because both champs just want to run at you with Olaf ult and then Volibear Q. They're always looking to fight.
Mhm. Yeah, and of course Lux is so dangerous, especially when she has that ability to not only throw a laser beam in your eyes every 30 seconds, but also stop you from escaping that Volibear and that Olaf. Because, theoretically you could try to outrun them, but if she locks you in place, that's not happening.
And then true with the Jinx too. The Jinx gets the kill,
Right. Oh
then
god.
she'll be really quick. So especially with a Yumi on her.
Hmm. Assuming the Yumi is on her, I'm half expecting Yumi to be on Menards so they can make jokes about carrying each other. All right, so we got 2 minutes. There's three of us. I've already kind of said that I'm expecting the local team to win just because of my inherent bias toward tanks. Zilla, who do you think's going to win game one?
I gotta say it, local team right here. I was excited to see rival team play because I've never seen Zelensky Hale play, but we've seen Menards on this Olaf that's just done miraculous for them. He's just so well and diverse in playing in the jungle that I think he's going to edge it out against Gunstomp.
And how about you, Slade?
I've never seen Goonstomp play jungle, but I just think that local team has a better team comp in general. I think they have it.
All right, we got 3 votes for local team. And chat, if you want to chime in and get somebody cheering for rival. We also have 2 votes for local team in chat also. So not looking great for rival team right now. But if you're not going to vote for either team, vote for Spectrum Internet to keep us alive and sane as we head into this game. Everyone just say a little prayer to the internet gods. Positive thoughts toward your local wireless internet provider. So we sort of mentioned this already, but in the 20 seconds or so we have left here, Slayton, what do you think rival teams' odds are for success? Like going in, what should their plan be? Is it just get Lee Sin and Fiora fed?
Yeah, I think Lee Sin needs to get a lot of map pressure, especially early. So I think we could be looking for like a level 3 gank.
Okay.
Done. So
And seeing all the ADC bans, Zilla, do you think Spiffy on a Kaisa, like going 15-0, could carry the team too?
Definitely, and especially with the Lulu buff. Well, not Lulu buff, but having a Lulu on the team is going to help so much, especially because Kaisa's about attack speed, and Lulu can just speed that up. And I think definitely a 15-0 Kaisa can carry this. Even though there might not be enough tanks, there's just so much escapability around Kaisa and her kit with Lulu that I think she should be able to just kite around and run around.
Ooh, I like the prestige skins for rival team. So I think I'm gonna have to give it
Oh man,
to rival team just for the flex there.
yeah, skin diff. Oh my
I'm also not a huge fan of Brolaf, but
god.
how about you guys?
Oh, I actually like bro. I actually like Broloff. I like the little extra pizzazz the Qs give out.
Oh sure.
But I've actually never seen Prestige like Lunar Beast Fiora Prestige. So I'm actually excited to see that skin. Uh, and the 1,000 Pierce Bear, Volibear is always it's pretty mid skin. You know, you get it for free, so I think it's always a pretty good skin. Uh, and then Lux, the Elementalist Lux, your skin is constantly changing, so that's a pretty cool skin. But
yeah,
I
that's
like the
cool.
synergy though with the prestige skins.
Would you agree, Slade?
Yeah, I definitely think Element Deluxe is probably one of the best skins in the game. I think it's really cool. But I also like how Rival is pretty much completely matching with the Prestige skin.
Everyone agrees Goonstomp ruined everything though.
Yep. Yep.
And we do have prime subs from Gregosaurus and Fruity Dinosaur. Dinosaur's showing up big tonight, thank you. It's not showing up big, there it is. My ability to move the camera. It's all working now. And so we'll see what happens. We also have a prediction from Gregosaurus about Pointy on Zoe is bad times for Diva.
Oh.
Ooh.
So let's keep an eye out for that. We have a rotation coming in. Menard's already carrying Peach. Spiffy gets hit, but manages to avoid the axe. And a little slow there as well. Alright. So the invade doesn't get too much done. Might have been a little bit worse for them if Spiffy had gotten hit by that axe, but fortunately was not. I am very excited to see Spiffy ADC though, with all those bans targeted toward him. What have we been missing, folks? That's what I'm wondering. What have we been missing?
Yep, I actually have not seen Spiffy play that much, so I'm excited. I mean, if you put that many bans into one person, they have to be, a threat.
They're either a threat or they're boosted, right? Alright, so we were discussing that there's a possibility for a level 3 gank here from Lee Sin. He did steal blue. I guess anticipating that his blue would be stolen, but they did not do that, despite having a very strong presence at the blue. So, unless Menards goes blue next, he's probably going to be at a disadvantage, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna. It's just so much extra time lost from walking now from his top side jungle to the bot side jungle again. When Lee Sin has already now has that map pressure with up CS, up camps, which is more momentum.
Yeah, and not only that, but Lee Sin could just go and get his own blue right back, right? You know, so
Yeah.
3 buffs for the blind man. Do have a little bit of a fight here up in the top side. Ravane putting on a lot of pressure, but decides not to chase the rest of the way. Good idea. Olaf is nearby, even though he doesn't have blue buff. He is trying to sneak over here, though. Coming for a gank in on Pointy, who is about half health. Ooh, manages to dodge the snare, though. Good flash as well.
I think going back to the top lane scuffle.
Ravane actually in a little bit of trouble, though. Gets away. Alright, so top lane scuffle. Carry on.
I think I would have liked it if Sigtal Eternal went with Conquer instead of Resolve, because I think that first scuffle would have been a lot closer because he didn't have that survivability.
Oh, Pointy going in for a hard shot there. Demon just barely gets away. Alright, so a lot of action so far here. Goonstomp is lurking. Not really relevant because there's a ward there. Menards misses another axe, but there's a big fight. Everyone's coming in here. Goon has to flash out, is getting hit by multiple slows. Jumps over to his bot lane. Good flash there. I think everyone might get away. They are splitting up. That's probably a mistake. Goonstomp trying to kind of do a little Lee Sin trickery there, but first blood goes over to the Jinx. That's scary.
That, I think, was just a little bit misplayed because Kaisa, I think, needed to walk up with Lulu right away. And they had... I'm not sure, but I don't know if they had vision there or not. So, for the rival team, they had vision there. They needed to be there ASAP already. Because now that pressure and that momentum he had in the jungle with clearing, it's just gone. And it's like, it's the main thing. You want to get your tempo. You want to just increase your lead at all times. But, now that Olaf just caught up while you took one camp from him, it's a little rough for you.
Yeah, speaking of pressure, a lot of pressure down here in this bot side. Great flash there by Spiffy.
Really good. That was a really good trade.
Yeah, and they just deal so much damage to this poor Yuumi. Alright, so first dragon's coming up. With the pressure as it is now, somewhat equal, but Slayton, who do you think's getting first dragon?
I think local team.
Really?
Just because I mean,
It's not, there's no wrong answer. Go ahead.
Oh no. I'm just saying that their bot lane just has had more pressure. So and especially with the one kill, the first blood on Jinx, she has more gold, so she'll be dangerous in this next fight.
That 400 gold can definitely be a huge advantage. And now it gets a few extra minions as well. They are even, but will clean up a number of these minions down here before the rest of the wave comes in. Pointy's still being very aggressive, does manage to land a Drowsy, but D.Va's playing very defensively, and that's, I think, a good choice when you can get caught out by something like a Lee Sin, like a Drowsy Bubble.
That's what I've been surprised about this. Whenever we, see mid, we see Pointy always be hitting the Drowsies, and I think it's a really key thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's not killing right now, it's gonna.
Top lane fight currently here. Ravane getting all of those weak zones. Lulu only level 3, but very close to 4. Yeah, the Drowsy Bubbles are certainly landing, and you can see that in the CS difference. 37 to 18 in that mid lane. Goonstomp is here. I don't think they know he is. Here he comes. Might have waited for them to take one more step forward. Does jump in, lands a couple of slows. There's big damage. Will they dive for it? Oh! Spiffy with the last hit. Here comes Menards, but I don't think they're going to get any kills with this, even though Lulu is very small. Good flash. Spiffy turned around for no good reason. Does manage to get out thanks to shields. And teleport is cancelled. Good play there by Eternal. Eternal does have ult. Both sides have ult. Ravane actually being a little overconfident. Also got ambushed there. Probably shouldn't have teleported so far forward.
If Menards, I think if Menards had flash up, he could go for a cheeky flash Q onto Spiffy.
Yeah, but of course with Flash's absurd cooldown, that's not happening for another minute and a half. And Goonstomp once again lurking too.
What I thought as a free Drake is now a contested Drake, or is going to be fought for.
Lulu almost goes down, but now the chase against Goonstomp is on. Does get a good little jump there onto the ward. D.Va has opportunity to intercept here. Doesn't quite pull it off. Goonstomp doesn't manage to land the kill. Big laser! Oh, and now Pointy's in trouble too. Runs into the wall, tries to do a cheeky ult there. It's all gone wrong. The worst.
That was a very ambitious play from Goonstomp. He could have just ran away. He didn't. Mid lane is very even right now. Your mid laner's up a bunch of CS. You just keep riding that momentum, but now it's kind of falling off tempo.
Yeah, and it's rough. You saw Pointy try to retreat and just ran face first into that wall. So maybe some positional issues there. Slade, are you surprised? I feel like I keep hitting you with the dragon questions. Are you surprised I didn't go for dragon right after that?
Oh yeah, I really am, because they're all full health and no one was there to contest. Especially since Olaf can take dragons really easily.
Yeah,
it's really questionable.
I guess they must have just thought, hey, let's get some free plates. We can always get dragon later.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, when you play Sladen, do you tend to, like, what dragons do you consider to be high priority? Like, do you just try to get any dragon you can, or you're like, oh, it's just a cloud drake, who cares?
Mainly early game. I don't really care about the first two drakes. Like, if your whole team's gonna die for one dragon early game, it's not worth it. But definitely if it's for like soul point or something like that, then it's definitely worth it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Great flash there by Eternal, by the way, in that top side. Doing a really good job keeping himself alive, and of course picked up that one kill thanks to a bit of an ambush. We do have a big chase on now. Goonstomp is here though, who missed a kill in the mid lane because we're watching some excitement in the top side. Big push there. This could actually be a good turnaround for them. The burning there on the Olaf also dies, gives the heals over to Ravane. And Goonstomp. Goonstomp does the flash. They're going to go in for great use of the ult though. As I said, Eternal keeping himself alive.
And that right there, I think, was just a great executed just way to fight. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised that I actually managed to kill Menards, but you know what I'm saying. Goonstomp, very impressive. Little kick into the tower, and I think that's what really helped him. And if his Sigtal Eternal didn't have ult, I think it would have been 2 kills top lane.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, and that's one of the great things, of course, about Volibear's ult, though, is that it does sort of act as a slower flash, with even greater range, of course. But yeah, so once again, the dragon remains untouched. Not that the fight in the top side was really beneficiary for that. But, and it is a little more even in the mid lane now. And here's the first attempted dragon. 4 members of the team here. This should go down quickly. No vision. Directly on the dragon.
You do see Ping's top lane, or not top lane, top side, but Volleybirds are hovering, and I think they just lost this dragon for nothing.
Yeah, straight up. We do have Goonstomp and Ravane being best friends some more here. Oh, and a big fight in the mid side here. Pointy once again gets caught by everyone. Gotta look out for those rotations. And Menards is being very aggressive as well. Hits both players with an axe, going after Goonstomp. Probably the smart play here. Goonstomp tries to help with a mutual shield. Ravane does end up popping that ultimate, but the heal is not great, and we got a very scary Olaf already, and it's barely 10 minutes. So, game's going how we predicted it would.
Yeah, and I think that's just bad vision and like just bad like awareness. You saw the bot lane already mid for the minions, so you should know that, you know, they're gonna come up and help if they were gonna fight. So it's just a 4v2. And I think just getting caught out there was just not that good.
Yeah, awareness and vision, but you know, I mean that's the name of the game all over the place. We'll see if rival team can organize some sort of comeback. Sladen, would you say the top lane is I'm not going to say lost, but not really a favorable place right now?
I mean, I would say so.
Apologies, Pointy, we keep missing your kills in the mid lane.
And I think that's what Pointy really just needed, though, an extended long fight where he can deal all that damage out, and that's what happened. Drowsy was landed, and then like a fully extended Q ult was landed, and that was all she wrote.
And we have a massive ambush here on Menards, but he wisely goes after Pointy. Game staggers there a little bit. Unfortunately, once again, Zoe's ult undermines her. Shutdown gold goes over to Goonstomp, and now we have the turnaround as the mid lane joins in. Nobody's really at high enough health, nor do they want to go in. A little bit of hesitation there about what exactly they wanted to do, and this is going to be 3 kills, I think, for Alonz, unless Goonstomp gets a jump there. Okay, he does get away because he's Lee Sin. Looks like Ravane wants a turnaround.
I think they stayed a little too long, and it's also just Jinx. Jinx got 1 kill and just then switched onto the rocket mode, just kept charging forward like a rocket.
Yeah, indeed.
Yep. Oh, look.
Yeah, a lot of some turret damage there, a little bit. Ravane thinking about going in, but of course. Alright, so first turret goes down, first blood, first turret, first dragon. A lot of firsts here for the local team. So, Slade, I want to wax philosophical for a moment, if you don't mind, about champion design here. What are your thoughts about Zoe's ult? Because I have never liked it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I've only used it once, and I wasn't even playing the champion. I was what's the game mode? Ultimate Spellbook. Yeah, I was playing Ultimate Spellbook, and I just felt it was pretty clunky. I didn't really like it.
How about you, Zoe? You like Zoe's ult?
I think it's okay. It's really on the mid side, and I think as Slade did say though, it is really clunky, but it's different. That's one thing I think is it's super different.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we see from most like every league champ now. Everything's so different, and that's one thing I guess they can strive to be good on, being different and having different champs, like different ultis on different champs.
Yeah, as Gregosaurus says, it's mainly just there to enable her kit. But, I mean, it's just so sad watching Zoe, like, when Zoe's in trouble, using the ults, disappearing for a second, just appearing right back into, you know, Scion's jaws or something like that. It's just very depressing sometimes. This game's going to get pretty depressing for Rival Team unless they find a way to turn it around a little bit here. Next Dragon's up in 30 seconds. And since I keep asking Slade and Dragon questions, let's keep going with that. Do you think that Rival Team has a chance to snag this Granted, there is vision already in the pit.
I don't think so. I think that local team's team fight right now is just better.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, especially because Ravane does not have teleport currently, while Eternal does, or will in a second. So that's going to be rough too. It's going to be a 5 on 5 here, or 5 on 4, or even a 4 on 4 because Yumi will be doing Yumi things. Pointy does manage to avoid everything thrown at him though, so that's fun. Drowsy on the Jinx. Artillery comes in but runs straight into Menards. Some of that nice durability we were talking about. And we do see Ravane walking down. So Ravane is going to try to get involved in this. Alonzi already starts it, and that's the scary thing, is that already Alonzi can basically take Dragon himself. But the damage is coming in from the backside. Good perimeter set up here. Alonzi taken very low, does get shut down by the Kaisa. Yumi ult comes out, misses most everything. Big root there on Goonstomp. He is going to try to get away and doesn't quite manage to enable it. Everyone's thinking, let's sort of just run for this. Unfortunately, Pointy is getting targeted down. Lulu ult keeping him alive for a moment here, but everyone going after him. Double kill on the Olaf. Menards, of course, just eating everyone up. And that is a 2-for-1. And also they got the dragon.
And I think the main problem that we announced during Champ Select is showing out now is where is the tank, where is the peeler? You know, who really likes eating oranges without a peeler, you know? So that's basically like this situation right now. You have no peeler in your game and you can't really have your Zoe at full capacity, at full strength, because she's always going to be ran down by Jinx, by Kaisa, and then she gets stunned by the volley or the Lux. It's smelling doom. And while it's because Pointy's the most ahead laner right now, I think, and does most damage, it's just they can't be fully activated because of just no peel and not being able to have that full range Q.
Yeah, and it really seems like them doing this chase is a bit of a mistake. I'm a little surprised that local team didn't turn it around. I feel as though they had a moment there where they could have just spun around. I think if Alonzi was there, they would have, but once again, Alonzi is up farming top. And here comes the Unstoppable along with the ultimate, and poor Pointy goes down. 2 and 5, very sad Zoe.
And just as we said, Menard just knows how to play the jungle really well, and he's just always there. He always just finds the smallest gaps and just takes them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Slayton, we see some people in the chat, Gregosaur specifically, saying that he thinks that split pushing with Fiora, assuming I'm reading that correctly, is their best hope here. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that's their only option left.
I mean,
Every other lane is pretty far behind, except for the Kaisa. The Kaisa hasn't really done much yet, but is leading in CS to Alonzi.
yeah, down about 1,000 gold, but that's what 4 kills
Yeah.
gets you.
Yeah.
And poor Lulu's gonna get caught out by a bear and a cat. A little bit of slow there, so that's helps get away. But yeah, I mean, of course, the problem I have with the split pushing plan, and maybe you can speak a little bit more on this, is who on their team can Fiora beat right now, right? If someone comes to challenge her, is she going to be able to be a notable threat, or is she just going to get picked off?
I think she could probably maybe fight Volibear or Lux, but I think that's about it. I think Olaf just runs her down.
Yeah.
And so does the Jinx.
Yeah, that is rough.
Especially since one of them will probably have a Yumi on them.
Yeah, making it a 2-on-1 already. A lot of slows coming down here. Good play there by Volibear, and there goes the Lulu, absolutely. Pointy is going to get deleted as well. Good attempt to save her by Goonstomp, and now Goonstomp's going to get run down as well.
Yeah.
And this is just rough. We do have Ravane trying to beat Diva, and does manage to pull it off, thanks to just, you know, the damage output that Fiora puts down. but unfortunately, you know, there's a bit of a distraction going on in the base right now. 2 members of the team dead. Baron is available. What do you think of this this Baron slid?
I like it. They cut it down pretty fast, and they know that the Fiora had a back, and also all their lanes are pushed in, so they have the pressure. And
Yeah.
that rift definitely helped.
And they don't really have a lot of great stealing tools on Rival either. Like, you know, you could Lee Sin, flash in, smite, jump out.
Yeah.
But other than that, which is, you know, another unfortunate side effect of this team. But not sure how much ability to steal Baron gets put into consideration when team building.
And I think it was going a little good in the early game, but I think maybe gosh, one. Ooh.
Oh, pointy deletes Diva. Very nice.
I think personally, I wanted to see Ravane be a little more aggressive in the early game because of the long accepted trades that he had over Sigtal.
Oh, and that's one dead character. Everyone's scattering now. Goonstomp trying to go in. Ravane is trying to get some work done, trying to go after Alonz, just tunnel visioning on Alonz. But doesn't work out. And we're sort of... I hate to... I mean, we've been saying it all game one here, and I'm just going to keep saying it. We kind of see, once again, why the tank would be useful there, because the only person they have to go in to try to push an advantage is Lee Sin.
But yeah, he's already so far behind, so it's like, it's just, it's all she wrote.
Yeah, and this game does feel over a little bit. 10k gold lead, 3 dragons. If we look at where the gold is, yeah, Baron buff, of course, gold. There's like a 3,000 gold differential between the carries, or the notable positions, jungle and ADC at the moment. Other lanes are relatively close, except in the support position, but that's because Yumi's got 16 assists. That little cat just taking credit for everything.
Lulu does have 58 vision score though. That is pretty impressive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean the vision score is great. I mean that's one of the things that I always really appreciate from supports, even when you're this far behind, still doing your job, still clearing out wards, still trying to avoid being lasered in the face.
Oh man, smite coming in from Goonstomp.
Yeah, that was a cute little raptor smite there. Take what you can get.
Fair.
Yeah, and I mean, like, a big judge of that I do these days for how far behind is a team, I just look at the support levels, and the fact that there's a 2-level support difference here. It's very unfortunate. However, Ravane is actually beaten on Eternal here. Probably should run. Does decide to run. Is getting hit by a couple of slows, though. Good little dash there. Won't be able to do that too much longer when the new champ comes out. Spiffy's there trying to help. Unfortunately, too many slows. Big laser.
Oh.
Yeah. Kills most of the team. Does Jinx have Mega Rocket? Not quite. I think used it earlier. Going for the Quadra.
Quadra kill! I think that's all she
I
wrote.
think that's this game, yeah.
Yeah, seems like it.
In Alonzi fashion, I guess. Quadra kill, ended off. Balin seemed pretty easy, even in the early game. It looked one-sided to the side of the rival team, but as we see now, 12, 2, and 6 with a Quadra kill. Alonzi put in the work.
Yeah. And good effort in the early game by rival team, no question. It's just that unfortunately it got away from them a little bit.
Yup, and this is already pretty exciting. We see Menards doing what Menards does, you know. Oh,
Okay. See, Menards doing what Menards does, absolutely. Look at the damage. He out-damaged everybody on the team. as expected. Zoe damage, of course, was a little high there by the end as well. Um, Yumi putting out some good damage numbers too, actually almost out damaging the Kaisa.
Oh, yeah. But as I was saying, Menards do Menards things. 15% off anything you can put in the bag, and they put the whole team in the bag, and that's 15% off your next win, and that's what happened. He was able to just put his whole team in the bag, carry them, and that's one of the main reasons why they won the game.
And what are your thoughts on wrapping up that game, Slade?
I just think I think it was over at draft. I think the team comps were just too different.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll take a quick break here to break it up and head into game number 2. I'm never going to be allowed into the spectator though, so I guess I'm stuck playing ADC currently. And God willing, that won't happen. And we'll be back for game 2 right after this. Don't go anywhere.